trying this out. Oh shit! I'm good. I've never tried using both of these microphones this way, but
yeah,
let's give it a shot.
Let's
I always
try
feel
it.
silly when I see people on YouTube holding these things up to their face, but
You could put yours on.
what's that? I could clip
Yeah,
mine
put
on.
yours on. We'll just pass it
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let's give that a shot. And guys, we're kind of far away from the live.
Hello.
But,
You want to try to... Okay, it's like a fireside chat here. We
Fireside
like
chat.
it. Yes, it's beautiful.
okay, so we are down here in San Diego for Jenna Miscavige's birthday.
Yes, happy
So we're
birthday.
it's a little early right now, so we're just chilling. Figured we'd do a little stream. Sounded like yesterday was a wild night in Hollywood. Oh my goodness, I was getting so many text messages and emails on the plane.
Were you?
Facebook messages, Instagram messages like, "Oh my God, Mindy's getting arrested." I'm like, "Mindy's getting arrested?"
Yeah, it was crazy. I was working and I was designing for a pet rescue coming up, and all of a sudden Serge came running in. He's like, "Oh my God, Mindy's been attacked." And I was like, "What?" And he started showing me, and I'm like, "Well, let's go. And it was crazy. It was really crazy. It was really, it was sad because it was like to see her so upset,
Yeah.
from being attacked. And it just brought all those feelings back from when you were. I started reliving that whole experience with you as well. And it was just, I grabbed hold of her and just hugged her, and she was just like, and she showed me the video. And when you see the lady, and she was like so aggressive.
Was the lady who attacked her a Scientologist?
Well, her name is we don't know for sure. She was getting off an Uber to get into the celebrity center.
Someone did send me her name. She is an actress.
Yeah, she's an actress.
So we know she's an actress. We know she was
And
going to the celebrity center.
And she was married to the guy that has the restaurant across the street, or one of them.
The Vanderpump.
And he works with Lisa Vanderpump.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so the woman who attacked her got arrested, yeah?
Yeah, she actually got arrested. Yeah, we actually went to the police station to see if she had been released yet, and we never got that information from them.
Wow. Do you think Scientology is asking people to create these confrontations with the protesters, or do you think it's just a natural, organic thing that's happening?
I would say this was a natural, organic thing for this lady with her ego, the way you see her, and she's just like, I don't have time for this, and all of a sudden she just like reached out and attacked her with her phone and grabbed her phone and threw it down. And so I don't see Scientology doing that just yet, because I don't think they want to get into these legal battles.
Yeah.
You don't know them though.
What do you think? What do you think about that, honestly?
Well, I do agree with the specific case with this lady. I mean, in what world would OSA pull you in and be like, you know what we need you to do? Go beat somebody. I mean, it's like, what? I mean, it's like, that's a thing. So I think that what you're saying about that ego and that just self-righteousness is what's coming across, right? Because she wasn't there she was there she was inconvenienced.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did something happen to Jessica?
Jessica? No, I don't think. Not.
Did Jessica have her phone knocked out of her hand as well?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, the only other thing that happened during that first couple hours that we were there was that Street got served with a
Yes.
subpoena.
A temporary restraining order.
Exactly.
From that Joey guy.
From the Joey guy with the dog.
Who just magically shows up at all the different Scientology locations.
Right. So he has to be a plant.
Yeah, he has to be a plant.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think they've been saying that from day one, but sometimes it's really hard to believe that someone really is. Because he's also a member of the local community.
Yeah,
that guy.
It's so hard to believe that people would actually allow themselves to get into this.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. Because, I even heard that guy Joey having the type of conversation with one of the protesters that you would expect a Scientology plant to have, which is, you're one of the good ones. All those other guys are bad. Right? That's the kind of stuff that even the Sea Org member tried to do with, was it Snazzy Was it Sergio? The Sea Org member tried to be like, I can tell you're the one who has good intentions. They're trying to tear you down.
Oh, Aaron, that just brings me to the police department because, so they kicked everybody out of the police department that was filming. Then they said, no more filming. And And so I was there with Mindy, and I was standing beside her, and she explained to the police officer that we were talking to that he's my person that's going to be here comforting me. I want him here. Is it okay? And the police officer's, yes, right? And then she's like, okay, I need to know what's going on with my case, and where do I find the numbers, and where do I get the reports and all that. And he's like, well, he started giving the cards and all the information to her and all that he was supposed to. But then he would go into this rant about, well, we have to be in the middle. It's really hard for us to stay in the middle during these things, but we really have to be in the middle, and it's a hard line to walk because, we don't know who's right, who's wrong sometimes, and so we have to treat both parties equally. Right? But then he goes on and says, which was like just blew me away, as he says to us, he's like, but your group is really aggressive. I'm like, is that the middle?
Right.
Is that the middle that you're staying in? To say that, giving your personal opinion about our group, that we're not even a group. We are a bunch of people that are together, that are protesting for the lives of kids that are in there that have no idea what's in front of them and what they're being dealt right now.
It's funny. I don't know. Maybe I'm just biased on this. I don't know what they consider to be aggressive. Like, aggressive is a guy bringing his dog around to bark at the protesters. Like, aggressive is not saying, it's a cult. That's not aggressive. What do these guys think is aggressive?
Well, he was saying to me that blocking the sidewalk for people being able to walk by is being aggressive.
Well, that's illegal, I think. You can't block
illegal.
the sidewalk.
No, you have to leave it open. And
Right.
we always leave it open. He goes, yeah, but sometimes it gets really crowded. And I'm like, we always leave it open. We know our rights. We know what's right. We know what's wrong.
Yeah.
And so he was like, and then if someone walks by and you're filming and they don't want to be filming, if they happen to put their hand out like this, it can cause a false aggressiveness.
Right. Yep. Amazing.
But
Well,
all our interactions are film and are on film.
Right.
And if there was something that was really egregious, they wouldn't just be generalizing
That's right.
that type of statement, because it's like, okay, show us on the video what you want corrected. What type of standard are we not meeting to be able to peacefully protest outside these hotels? Because right now they're shoving their music at us to drown us.
Yeah.
Like
Right. And also, not only are all the protesters, of course, live streaming, all the security guards for Scientology have the body cams running, and Scientology's got cameras every 6 feet on their
Every
properties.
6 feet, and I guarantee you, there's a room somewhere that there's a signed person for you,
Yeah.
for him, for me now,
Right.
that are sitting there just watching everything we do.
Right. And so if the protesters were, because it's one thing for the police to say aggressive. I'm sorry, the police need to care about legal or illegal. It's not the police's job to tell you how you should, it's either legal or it's
not.
illegal.
Yeah.
And you know damn well that if the protesters were doing anything illegal, Scientology be able to stop
They're
that
right on it.
in a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat, and it's so sad to see that.
Yeah.
Having a dad as an LAPD officer and growing up with that and seeing it firsthand every single day, it just brings back memories where I just like, these guys are just corrupt.
Yeah. So what happened with Streets and this temporary restraining order? Did a police officer serve it to him? Was it a process server? Was it Joey? Like what?
I wasn't there.
Was it a
when
big deal?
I wasn't there when he got served.
Oh, okay.
I always have a tendency to walk away and talk to the people that I'm talking to on my live. And so I turned around and I looked back and I just saw a bunch of people together and I saw a Street there. And then that's when I walked up and then he was reading the subpoena and the courthouse, which happens to be the same courthouse that Leah's in right now.
Amazing.
Yes.
So, but the thing is, like, it's a temporary restraining order, not from Scientology properties, but from this guy, Joey.
Yeah,
and it's like, yeah, but Joey, you're the one who always randomly shows up. You claim you're not a Scientologist. You're not a protester. You just claim, you always randomly show up to where the protesters are, creating problems.
Yeah.
It's amazing that he was able to get this thing. But honestly, it just gives Streets something to be able to respond with and to
Yeah.
do more videos about, really.
That's one thing you have to give to Streets is that he really knows the law. He's really studied the law. In fact, I was telling Serge the other day that I may go into the LAPD credit union that I belong to and actually get the book. And so that we have a book on site. So when they sit there and go, well, section 4568 says you can't videotape us here inside of our office right now. Well, let's read it.
Yeah.
Does it say it? Street was trying to get him to repeat what the section was, and he wouldn't even speak it.
I did see the part where Streets was inside the office talking to that. I don't know if he was a sergeant or whatever he was, but man, he makes those guys look silly.
Well, and that's the thing is like the moment we walked in, I walked in with her.
Detective, he was a detective.
He kicked everybody out. I walked in and I was with Mindy and I was like, "Are you doing okay?" And she goes, "I just need you here beside me and be beside me and just ask the right questions." And so he said, "You can't film," but I did take my phone and left the live on, and I had it just facing up towards us during my whole live, listening to the whole conversation about being in the center. We can't be on one side or the other side. And I just, it was just really ridiculous to kind of hear how he was like, and then Street came in, and at the last minute, he was like, "No, we have a right to film. What we don't have a right film if someone's standing at the counter that is not part of our group that's there for a complaint or something like that, it's their right not to be filmed inside of that environment."
Right.
Which is understandable.
Yeah. Amazing. Anything else happened last night?
No, I mean, I just think we're continuing to see a pattern of repeated, blatant corruption. Like, how much more? Everything's being recorded. They don't like it. It's been made very, very clear that they don't like that. But this is our only way to prove what we're doing, because we're up against a level of gaslighting that has propped up this corruption. Like, they tell us, be in the middle. Like, where have you been in the middle? By not what you're telling me right now, but what you've actually been doing. And again, this speaks to all of the LAPD, because the leadership is the ones that are actually overseeing all these operations. So where in the hell is the leadership of the LAPD?
Yeah. So once again, if I understand correctly, the LAPD threatened Mindy, if you press charges or move forward with wanting her arrested, we're going to arrest you as well.
And Aja, another protester too. She was told that she was going to get arrested if she didn't leave
That's when she was in the police station. She was filming,
Yeah.
and there was a lady up at the counter, and so I understood why he was saying that, but I don't think she understood the whole dynamics of what she was doing without realizing it, because everybody was there with all the energy, to protect Mindy and support Mindy, but. Yeah, it was pretty a wild night. I mean, and it's like when we first arrived, I saw Mindy and I grabbed her and we started talking and we walked away, and then she actually showed it, and I've got it on my channel again. You could see the whole thing, what happened on, when the lady grabbed it, and she was aggressive. She was aggressive.
Yeah. What happened when they said that to Mindy? How?
Going back to what you were saying about we're going to arrest you too.
Yeah.
I don't know how she did not get out. Never got to the point of how she got out of that. I never heard how she did, but I was surprised because I was so proud of your ass for doing it.
Was Mindy ready to take the ride?
I was like, was Mindy ready to take the ride like Aaron did? I was like, let's go. This is number 2.
The LAPD were probably like, we don't need that. We don't need that again.
No, they were because they were scrambling what to do with you.
So I got to find out from Mindy what happened when how she got out of that.
And to your point, she told them, I'm a teacher. I'm here as a teacher protesting for the rights of these kids. Like we are here to command answers out of these people. Like, we can ask the questions in the street. That's all the power we have. We don't have the right to do anything else. We can only just go to a public street and ask questions publicly, which is what we're video recording ourselves for. So the leadership at the LAPD that wants to gaslight us ad nauseum, stop. Go look up what a live stream is. Really get it through your thick head, and then really have a real serious conversation in the mirror as to what in the hell is going on, because we're not here to protest the LAPD. We are here to protest what's being done to these kids inside of the hotels and commercial buildings where they are not protected, and we are still seeing those kids being brought in and out of those buildings just like we all were.
Yeah, and I just want to say, just like the whole live stream has changed the whole way the world looks at things, and we are so lucky that we have it today, because to have the evidence that we had for you, for your case, and just like last night, just to have all the evidence and just the information is like, I did feel bad about like leaving my camera on, but he didn't tell me to turn it off. He just said, just don't film. So I wasn't really filming. I just left it on, and I just had it down on my, down on my side of my leg. And it was just, but I was happy that I left it on, because I really got to hear his own words. back and forth.
Well, even making you feel bad because he didn't have the right to make you feel bad about that. You know, it turns out that you do have the right to do that in a public space. And it's like they're throwing this authority at us,
Yeah.
thinking that we're never going to figure out what the law says. That's what we're all going to base everything going for. What does the law? Oh, look, it says here, black and white. We in Scientology are very familiar with that. It's actually finally something that makes sense. Oh, okay, we just have to read a book and all do the same with what it says in the book. That's what we're talking about in these protests.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons they're really afraid when Streets shows up, because they know he knows the rules and they can't bully him into trying to bully him into believing some rules
Different.
that are not real, which is how honestly a lot of police officers. I mean, I'm trying not to paint everyone with all of them with one brush because I know they're not. That is how a lot of police officers wield authority inappropriately, is by actually lying to you about what the rules are.
Exactly.
And once you know what they really are.
Exactly. And I saw it firsthand. And, you know, you always hear that story, good cop, bad cop. It's so true.
Well, and right now we're only speaking to the experience of the people that we're encountering on the live stream. So this doesn't apply to anyone else.
Yeah.
Anyone else, we have no receipt to have a single shred of an opinion. Y'all are doing whatever in the hell y'all are doing. It's like, these are the ones that we have on record. Oh, this is what they're doing. Oh, this is what they're doing. This is how they're behaving in front of us.
That's the thing. The LAPD could actually take it as a great opportunity to show that they actually understand and will protect the rights of protesters and understand that Scientology is trying to use them. And it's almost like all we're doing is live streaming. How they behave is up to them.
Right. And, you know, the thing is like, I even asked him towards the end before Street, and I was just getting into my interview process with the police officer after she got all her information. And I asked him, I said, do you know what Scientology is all about? Do you know really what's going on behind the scenes of Scientology? Do you know how often you guys are supporting Scientology and you have no clue of what's going on behind the closed doors? I said, I recommend that you get a book and read about it and start watching some of the live streams.
Yeah. Yes, it wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt. Well, I'll tell you what, Laura should be here in a couple hours, and maybe when she gets here, we'll do another stream.
Oh, yeah, exactly. With Laura.
Something or other. Hope this has been fun, guys. It's been a nice little experiment for us. Let's see. We are going to wrap it up there. Thanks. Oh, that was only 18 minutes. I can't believe it.
Oh, my God.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.